Okay, I'm just going to start recording. Good. I'm almost done with the video. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We're back. We're back again. This is the final episode of the first season on Spotify and the first season of the Todd-Cast.
Yay.
Hooray.
Hooray us.
Well, yeah.
We made it.
Yeah. And, well, the first season on Spotify, second season on YouTube, but this is the final one. The first season or the first episode for the new season will be in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And tonight we're going to do our New Year's closeout. We're going to talk about everything that we accomplished this year, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to talk about what we might be planning on doing for next year.
Woo-hoo.
And maybe planning on doing like a Todd-Cast episode on location.
That would
Okay.
be fun.
That's a thought. You know,
It's a thought
it's a choice.
that we can make.
But tonight it's not going to be a top 10. It's just going to be us talking about what we want to do, what we've accomplished, and where
Mhm.
we're going and everything. And just Happy New Year.
Happy
New
Yay,
Year.
2026.
Yay. You know the format. We're each going to talk about what we're going to do. And you know the format now. We go work our way from the outside and back in
Yes.
towards me. And wow, my voice.
Whoa.
I don't know what happened. I think it was from yesterday.
Yeah, probably.
And yeah, dry hall
Mhm.
and everything. Well,
That and screaming at the Broncos. Well, no, they won.
they did.
It was just.
Yeah.
It was a game to watch.
Yes.
It had moments.
Yay,
of frustration.
The Broncos have clinched the number 1 seed in the AFC. Yay.
Wow.
And-
My hand looks ginormous.
Well, yeah, because the camera's right there.
You know.
Camera. Anyway, Alice, would you
Yeah.
please tell us about your year?
Well, overall, I think my year was pretty
Your year was
consistent,
amazing.
especially the
I was
end.
going to say, dude.
I know. My top two things. I mean, I finally got to go to Greece. So,
Yeah.
and it was, I had a year of planning for that. And then it
Mhm.
finally came. And so that was, I
And
mean, I don't have
lived up to your expectations.
A band beyond. And,
Yeah.
like the next one is in my head, but it's expensive.
I know.
So
Save
it's
it
not going
up.
to be right away, but there's whole North Greece to go to and other islands to go to, and it's just
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to So Greece part 1 happened,
Yay.
and then quickly after that, unexpectedly, was the cruise.
Yeah.
So I got to go to that, and that was pretty. That was
Incredible.
amazing.
Look for those videos. They are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are coming.
So that was really fun. I had a really solid year at work.
Mm-hmm.
My team is amazing, and we were able to do some pretty cool things and had a record-breaking year.
Nice.
And
Nice.
so that was really encouraging.
Yeah.
So that feels pretty stable and pretty all right. Like there's
and that conference you went to was
and that
super
was
great.
another thing that I was on there that I was actually able to present at a professional conference this year. And the last time I did it wasn't so hot, and this year it was really good. And I kept on calling it my redemption tour. And because of that presentation, I am redoing that presentation for another professional conference
Oh,
at the end
nice.
of the month.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So
Where's that one?
it's a virtual conference, so I get to
Okay.
stay here and do it.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Okay.
it's for the National Association of Interpretation Regional
Oh, cool.
Conference. So
Oh, that'll be
that's
great.
kind of cool. I've never presented to that organization before. I've not done a conference in that organization before, so it's kind of neat to be able to connect to those people.
Absolutely.
They're
What an opportunity.
yeah,
for you.
well, and they're the home crowd,
Yeah.
So these are the people in my region. These are the people that I know well. So that's cool. I got a new car.
That's
which
right.
Was kind of cool.
That's
So
amazing.
That was fun. I stayed healthy.
Yeah.
Which is a milestone for
Well,
sure.
you know,
Yes.
As we've heard, I'm asthmatic, so there's always that underlying ish.
Well,
always. There's
particularly
always
with all the
something.
traveling you did.
But you know, there's things that I just live with that I don't necessarily say anything about or do anything about because it's just what it is.
Yeah.
And you know, those of you who breathe normally, yay for you.
You don't know how lucky you
don't
are.
know how. I mean, there are days where, and my family knows what it looks like when I'm compromised, but I early on in my asthma career learned how to hide it
Mhm.
from others because I just didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want others to deal with it. I didn't want to have to explain myself all the time. So there's just accommodations I make to myself, and I just hide a lot of things. And so there's always something asthma going on, and it could be major, it could be minor, but there's always something. So with that said, I had a good year where nothing major happened. Everything, I felt good. I feel healthy. Well,
I'm knocking on wood.
My doctor,
Bong, bong, bong.
my medical team is really, happy about that as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's always a big win if I can keep that maintained.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so that was good. And then of course these are podcasts, and what's kind of cool about that is we have focus time where it's just the three of us,
Yeah.
which is fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always said that Chuck is my best playmate.
Yeah.
Always has been, always will be,
I mean,
Uh,
when we get together, weird things happen.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
this is you're getting to spotlight on what our growing up was like and what it was like together, and we
Very true.
do things. We've always been able to do things, and I think I'm very blessed to have a great relationship with my sibs, and it's very good. And I know there are people who don't have that, and
Mhm.
We are very lucky in that respect.
yeah. So
We're very lucky.
thanks for liking me.
Well, yeah,
Of course.
of course.
There's a
Are you
have
kidding?
to, and then there's a want to. At least
I remember coming out of kindergarten, and lo and behold, in the bassinet at home was this little bitty version of you.
Aw.
I remember that. And from that moment, okay, honesty time, yes.
Go.
We do have our moments.
Yes.
Okay, because we're brother and sister.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Okay, it's just going to happen.
And we're close, and we see
Yeah.
each other a lot. And,
Exactly. But we are extremely lucky
Yeah. Oh, I know it.
compared
I
to
know.
other siblings.
Mhm.
I know.
So,
That's just, a little, someplace I didn't mean to hurt. But anyway,
tangents.
It's okay.
it's just, I know that we're blessed and we're privileged with that, and that it's a thing that we don't take for granted. We really don't take it for
No.
granted.
Well, like I said,
so-
we are lucky.
Yeah.
We are very, very lucky.
Yeah,
So-
well, and I have to say, as an only child, when we got married, and I said, I am so excited because now I have a sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just grown over the
Yeah.
years. And it's been amazing to have a sister.
I just had brother. So there but it was good.
There's going to be tears.
But you also had a cousin who
I had
was
my Dawn is like my
like a sister.
yeah, Dawn is my
She's-
twin. Like honestly, like
yeah.
if I was
She was always counted as
a sibling, yes.
So-
Like
Mhm.
we're 13 days apart, and we
Yeah.
literally share a brain. There's it is
Yeah,
not it's not
because-
Chuck knows. It's
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
and
This is the way.
that's the thing, like that whole thing of having conversations without saying words.
Yeah.
All three of us can do that,
Mm-hmm.
but with Dawn and I, very much so. And after kindergarten, we weren't allowed in the same classes. Well, part of it too is because we did play off of each other so much.
Yeah.
That they wanted the education community at our school was like they need to have their own identities.
Yeah.
They don't need to be Alice and Dawn or Dawn and Alice. Like
Yeah,
they
You
need to be
your own people.
separate people.
Yeah.
So I was hindsight, it was great.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that. We came back together in high school.
I was going to say, once
And-
they can control your
Yeah.
class schedules so much.
We were old enough to be able to, we were at our own people at that time, but we were also, a lot of the classes had us sitting alphabetically, and we
Oh,
were
yeah.
1 or 2 people away from each other all the
Exactly.
time. So it's not like they couldn't
Yeah.
separate us a whole lot anyway. So
And as someone who has to sit between you and Chuck all the time, I can understand the people sitting between you and Dawn being a little like, oh my goodness, would they just shut up?
well, but even then, it's not even. It's a lot of it's not even verbal.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, it's stop communicating.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's just sideways look.
I'm drawing
Yeah.
experience from when we go to the movies together.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
shush.
I'm trying to listen to the movie.
Well, and it's like there's those moments where you just start doing things and you just start handing, and you're looking for it. You know where it's going to be. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
and
the way it is.
that's kind of some of the stuff I wanted to try and catch on video.
Yeah.
When we were in Anaheim, or like when we were at the Zoo Lights. I mean, because there were a couple times you and I were playing off each other that everybody was behind us. They
Yeah.
didn't know what was going on,
Yeah.
but we did.
Well,
You know,
that's just that's talking
exactly.
existing. Are we doing our looking aheads, or are we just doing our review
You can
and then we'll do
do
our
it all.
look-aheads?
Do look aheads.
What am I looking forward to in 2026? I am looking for some new opportunities, because I don't do resolutions, but I always, like this year, I kind of had this big epiphany of, say yes more and no less kind of thing. So I'm kind of looking for what are those opportunities going to be for me? And I don't know what they are yet, because I don't know what's going to come my way, but I'm looking forward to seeing where that'll go, and some of the new adventures I'll have and challenges. And I'm not apprehensive. I want to be able to be, I want to be smart with my resources, and I want to be smart with the stuff that I'm in charge of. But, it's just, there's going to be new things to try, and I'm excited for that.
Right on.
So-
Yeah, that sounds
Right on.
great.
That's my list.
Cool.
Okay.
I like it.
Well, okay. Chris, you're up.
Okay. So for me this year, a couple of trip highlights were our February trip to Disneyland, which was, for us, pretty spur of the moment. We decided on New Year's Eve, I decided that I needed to be at Disneyland. And we made it happen in February.
Because
So-
the end of 24 was a little rough for everybody
for
around.
everybody.
And yeah. So
And so it was like, I need a break. Let's do this. And we stayed at the Pixar Hotel for the first time since it's Pixar, and thoroughly enjoyed that. We went down to New Mexico. My cousin, he's an avid race follower, and there was a race down in the town where my dad lives. And so whenever something is relatively close by, he'll just drag whoever in the family is close, and we all go together. So this year this race was in Las Cruces. It was in September when my dad's birthday is. It was a little early for my birthday, or his birthday, but that made it even better, because then we could do a surprise for him, because he hates birthdays. And but it was his 89th birthday. So he called us and we said, yeah, we'll come down. And so we went down. But in the meantime, all of his siblings came, and then other cousins came. And so it turned into this giant family reunion, which was really fun. Not only for my dad, he loved it. He's still talking about it. But for me as well, it had been forever since I'd seen a lot of my dad's side of the family. So it was really lovely to spend time with everyone. So that was a highlight. And then we did a couple of conventions this year. So Kat and I went to the tattoo convention, which was fun. And I picked up a couple of new pieces of ink while we were there. First, we went to the Curiosity and Oddity convention. Did you record any of that?
I don't believe if I did, it was very, very little. I don't remember.
I don't
if
think
I have
you
any.
had posted anything.
I don't think
I
did.
don't think you did, because it was
Yeah.
our first time there and we just were not sure
Yeah.
what it was going to be all about. So
I wanted to be in the moment.
yeah. So we enjoyed that more than, honestly, I thought I would. I was like, yeah, I'll go. I'm curious what this is all about. But there was some really interesting stuff there. I liked it. For me, a big milestone this year was my progress in my health journey. So I've lost an additional 40 pounds since January of 25. making it about 90 pounds total.
Wow, good job.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And I'm almost at my goal. I would say I have about 8 pounds left to go. How much of that is loose skin, I'm not sure, but we'll see how far I can get. In addition, we started working out in January. Everyone, eyed us like, oh, here's the New Year's resolution couple of the year. And here we are a year later. And now people are like, yeah, and we see you here a lot, like, yes, we come 3 days a week. And so I've made significant progress on strength. My left arm, I'm left-handed, was incredibly weak when we first started because of my cancer. So mastectomy on that side. And then I had broken my arm like a year or two ago.
About that, yeah.
And I just never regained strength. So I'm pleased to say that it's really coming back. And I've regained a lot of my leg strength, which I had lost. A little bit endurance, but this year's been very much more focused on strength building than endurance. So that's been great. And then kind of rounding out the year was I had a second mastectomy. This one was preventative. I'd been in a lot of pain, and even though there was nothing there, I was just like, I am so tired of worrying about it all the time, thinking that the cancer's coming back. And so my surgical oncologist said, let's do it. And so we did. And I couldn't be happier. The pain is gone. It has allowed me to find balance. And
if you know, ladies.
Yeah, for sure. It's helped a lot with back pain. Yeah. So great decision. I'm glad I did it. And it really encouraged me in my health journey. And then just to cover some favorite podcasts that we did this year.
Here we go.
Our Talk About Nothing.
You like that episode?
I did. I thought we had fun.
Oh, and it was a fun episode.
Yeah. And I thought it turned into something fun.
Okay.
I really liked our MST3K episode.
Okay, yeah. That one was my favorite.
It was, I don't know. These three, the last three are well, I don't know.
Is it recency bias?
Yes, there's a little of that.
Yeah. Because it's still fresh.
Because it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one was the Pixar shorts. Just because it was so fun to remember all of those shorts and talk about those. And then, of course, the Christmas shows. That one's definitely recency bias. But I thought we had fun kind of strolling down memory lane of what it was like in our childhood. So, and thinking about, the popcorn and the, just the excitement of it all when it wasn't on demand and you could do it anytime you wanted. I loved that. And then looking forward in 2026, I'm excited to continue on health journey and stay with what we're, kind of stay the course of what we're doing, but also get a little bit more cardio in there just to build some endurance.
Okay.
I mean, I took stabs at it during the year, but I want to, actually take, half of a workout and do some cardio.
Oh, like what I try and do at the end?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've taken stabs at doing yoga at work. I need to be better at actually taking a lunch hour and actually doing something for myself, whether it's the yoga classes or another class that they offer. I'm lucky that we have a facility at the office, so I can take opportunities for that. But also our office is in the middle of a great bike path, and there's all kinds of outside stuff to do. Yeah, so I need to just make sure I take time every day, and I'm not talking tons, but a 30-minute, 45-minute break and focus on me time. I resolve to do this all the time and then never do. So I'm saying it out loud here so that maybe I'll hold myself accountable at some point.
Well, now there's going to be evidence
That's
in
right.
1080p at 30 FSP, and
exactly
online. So yeah.
Hold me accountable, everyone. Let's see, what else in 26? I don't know about travel. We haven't really talked about what we want to do. I know you've talked about some things.
Just a couple of things, really.
And have we firmed that up? I'm traveling for work. Oh, that was another thing for 25. I got a promotion, so that was exciting.
Yay.
Yeah. And I've grown my team, so I'm getting quite a large team of folks under me, so that, and they're all great. Like you were saying with your team, it's so wonderful to have a team of folks that are just super dedicated, super smart. It means I can walk away. Like when I had my surgery, I can walk away for a month and know that everything will be fine. So for 26, continuing health journey. I want to, like you, what other opportunities come my way? I think I want to start to volunteer.
Okay.
We, for our team building, my manager and I each take our teams to do a volunteer activity for our team building. I've done like at a food bank.
Yeah.
And we'll help, sort things that come in or build care packages that will go out to folks. The last place we did was beyond a food bank. It's a food bank and clothing and kitchen goods. It's like everything bank.
A resource center, yeah.
Yeah. And so we sorted children's clothes for a couple of hours, which was a learning experience to kind of go behind the scenes and see what happens to it on the other side. And I enjoy that. And I think I want to do that on a more regular basis. What does that mean? I'm not sure. Maybe once a month. But just as an opportunity. I know once I retire, I will say that while I was on my medical leave, I said, wow, this is what retirement would be, short of other than, recovering from surgery, but of what I could do and how much time I would be able to do things that I want to do, read and volunteer and be active and all of that. So I'm looking forward to starting some of that pre-retirement and see what I can do, particularly now that I'm getting some energy back and getting health back. So yeah, that's what I want to do in 26.
All right. Gosh, my list.
Your list.
I didn't really have a distinct, precise list. We had a lot of fun this year in my mind,
I think so.
especially with Chuck's new adventure and with the Todd-Cast.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to go to Anaheim in February was huge. I loved it.
It was big for you too.
Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I walked through the portal at Disneyland this time. Didn't ride a scooter at the end of the trip. I did.
Right.
But,
that was big. That was a big milestone.
Yeah, that was huge. Let's see. The Fan Expo this year was fantastic for me.
Oh, yeah, Fan
I
Expo.
absolutely loved Fan Expo. And the reason is because I walked Fan Expo.
You did.
I walked the whole thing. I had a great time with that. I had a better fitting prosthesis. So that was a big change for me too. I got a tighter fitting socket. So it feels a whole lot better. I'm able to move around a lot more. My endurance is coming up. I'm able to do a lot more. The trip to Grand Lake was a good one.
Oh yes, that was fun.
Even though we got rained out.
That's okay. That's August in the mountains.
I was going to say it's August. It's August on the Divide.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Typical.
It's going to happen. Not a question of if, it's a question of when.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mom really loved that day.
I know she did.
I
know she did.
It was her birthday.
Exactly.
And she loved it. She loved it.
We had a good time.
Going to New Mexico was good.
Yeah.
I did better in a car ride than I thought I was going to.
Indeed.
I didn't-
because we did it back in one fell swoop.
Yeah, and I was terrified of swelling that was going to be happening in my right leg, and I didn't really have to worry all that much. Not like the trip to North Carolina when my leg pretty much it ballooned up.
Yeah.
It ballooned up in North Carolina, but there we are. The other things that I really liked, as far as I talk from an editing point of view, from the videos. My favorite video to edit was the MSG3K video. The reason is because finding all those clips, finding all those resources, finding all of the assets for that was a walk down memory lane, and also realizing that I have missed a lot of the new MST3K.
That's right. You've spent a lot of time watching those shows.
I did, and I like the new stuff. I like that whole thing. That was great.
That was a fun discovery for you.
Noah is fantastic. And I haven't seen too much from Emily yet, but I'm excited to. So this is fun. This is a lot of fun. Yeah, Kinga Forrester, she's wonderful, and Oswald Patton as TV Sons of TV's Frank. otherwise known as Max. I love him. What else? I get to edit Alice's videos. Okay. I love editing Alice's videos because I can throw things in there that, one, she's not expecting, two, I know she will appreciate, and three, it allows me to live vicariously through her videos. So, yeah, she got to go to Greece. So did I. Okay. Yeah, she got to go on the Disney Destiny, but so did I. Okay. I had a great time with that.
You probably spent more time editing the videos than Alice did on the boat.
No, probably. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, I didn't actually.
Okay.
It took me about 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
And I was 2 full days on the boat and then 3 other days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was doing more than I was, you know, because I could go through this and it's like, okay, this hour clip, that's gone. You know, let's talk about the future.
Okay.
Yes, I've gone to cons. Yes, I've gone to.
You started your Chuck Talks about Star Wars stuff.
Oh, the Chuck Talks about Star Wars stuff. Hello again. I'm Chuck, and I talk about Star Wars stuff. I've let that fall away a little bit because I'm running out of material. I know that there's a whole lot, but I want to try and talk about stuff that other people haven't already talked about, but that's becoming more and more difficult because there's so many of us that are doing the.
But new stuff is coming, and so you'll have an opportunity.
Yeah, Mandalorian and Grogu, that's coming, so it's going to be fun. I branched out into the Chuck Talks about Star Wars stuff. Got into the Tron fandom. You know, I talked about the Tron movies. We'll see what comes. We'll see what comes with that. But as far as the future goes, I am, like Alice, like you, realizing that there's too much time we spend wanting to do and not enough time spending the doing. And after this last year, and this is kind of sad, one of the YouTubers that I followed avidly, his name was Adam the Woo, and he passed away just right around Christmas time.
Did you realize he and I were the same age?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. I was like, that was wow.
Well, and I didn't realize how deep he was in the community.
He was one of the first.
Yeah.
To vlog.
And
so. Pioneer.
He influenced me. Okay.
I'll let you recover because I know what you're going to say. So because of that influence, it helped you find your vision and your passion and your joy for it. And you want to honor him.
Exactly.
By continuing to do more.
Exactly.
See, Sib's brain, right?
Yeah.
Well, and your spouse brain of probably helped. And this is what those kinds of sudden shocking news stories do to me is makes you realize how short life can be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And tomorrow it could all be gone. So yeah, we need to say yes more
and no less.
And
exactly.
No less.
And Adam, from everybody that I've watched talk about him and give essentially his eulogies, Adam was very much of, why are you waiting?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
And you do you your way, and that's what you're supposed to do. It's not, don't copy somebody, just go do it. Yeah, do it.
It's your channel.
Do it.
Make it yours. Channel.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I've been trying to do with the Todd-Cast. You know, it's ours. I've been trying to make this a collective weirdness. Because there's all three of us.
Yeah.
And with Chuck's New Adventure, that's why I started the Chuck Talks about Star Wars stuff, and I started Chuck Talks about Tron.
Yeah.
And it's
your passions.
Yeah, it's my pop culture thing, but it's also the fact that this is why when Adam passed, it was sort of a kick in the head of, why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Are you looking for permission from who? That you do it.
And I use this at work all the time, but one of the things is that you never make any of the shots you don't take. I'm a basketball player, so this is where that comes from. So you're not gonna succeed if you don't even try.
Right.
Yeah.
And failure is fluid.
Well, it's a teacher.
It's definitely a teacher, and this is a kid who hates to fail. So this is where it's fine for everybody else to do that. I don't.
But here's speaking of at work,
but
I got a great one for you. You either succeed or you learn.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
It's not fail, it's learn.
Yeah.
Right.
And yes,
So-
any time you don't quite get to your goal, you learn something along the way.
And how to get there next time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Right.
So thank you, Adam, for that.
exactly.
lesson.
And in my effort to honor Adam in what he did and what he built is continue that type of attitude and
Mhm.
continue that type of thing.
Mhm.
And which is why in this next year, I'm not going to go to VidCon this year, but 2027, I will be going to VidCon.
Nice.
I will be going and trying to network and market and get out
Learn.
there.
Take
Exactly.
classes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And go talk to these people
Mhm.
and hopefully meet people like Kevin Heimbach, meet people like Justin Scard and Random Land, meet people like Mouse Vibes, meet people like Ordinary Adventures, Pete and
Yeah.
Ketra. I want to go meet these people. I want to go talk to them.
Yeah.
Meet the cast of Smosh.
Yeah.
Okay. I keep threatening Chris that one day I'm going to go and audition for Smosh, and
You want to be the old guy on there?
yeah, I'm going to be Amanda.
Get off my lawn.
Amanda, Ian, no,
Yeah.
I'm your old guy. Okay, I'm the old guy.
Let me give you that Gen X perspective.
Yeah,
I had the best moment. It was just yesterday. So my youngest staff person is definitely Gen Z, and we have created a little. We call them cootie catchers. I don't know if that's PC anymore.
the fortune teller.
Yeah, the fortune
thing.
teller things.
Yeah.
We are using that as a craft for one of our overnights,
Oh, fun.
and she's like, I don't know how to fold these. And I had a face plant. So anyway, so we were teaching her. She's like, I know how to do it, but she's like, I didn't do it often enough. So then, so she did something about. She's like, let me see if I can do it. And I'm like, okay. I said, let's have the Gen Xer sit in judgment in the back. So we're waiting for it, and then all of a sudden she goes, okay, click on which one you want.
Click on.
Click on.
Exactly. And we all lost it. And I was like, there's your sign.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
God. How about we touch it? And she's like, she was laughing at herself. She had to leave. And there was another moment where she was like doing this. She's like, okay, let's see if I can do it. I'm like, let's see if you can do it. She's like, all right. I said, challenge accepted. She's like, yeah. I was like, FAFO.
Right?
I was like, come on.
Yep.
I was like, kid the back. And so anyway, it was such a really funny moment. But I'm like,
Oh yeah.
then I looked at another Zennial.
Mhm.
I was like, is this our version of 6-7? Is this
Yeah.
what the teachers
Yeah.
had to deal with
Exactly.
like with us with all these fortune teller things
Yeah.
versus like the 6-7? I was like, okay.
or the
I get
fidget
it.
spinners
Or the stupid bottle flip thing, or
Yeah.
whatever,
Oh, yeah.
all
Yeah.
of that. I was like, was this our version of that?
Oh,
And she was like,
for sure.
absolutely. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, it was one of
got
many.
it. Well,
that we
one of
did.
many, but
Yeah.
like that was all like paper folding. That's what we did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Little footballs.
We went
or
through a big
threw
phase of
notes
pet rocks. And you
Oh,
just
yeah.
find a random rock
and put it
on
your
the
desk.
playground.
Yeah.
No,
and
I
they
mean,
scribble a face on it.
well, we
Yeah.
would I don't know if you guys had, the big water bottles.
No.
Okay. So where I went to school, more often than not, we were out in the temp.
Are you talking about the
Trailers?
water cooler water bottles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
so
didn't do
it
those.
had the little like cone shaped cups that would go
Yes.
with it.
Yeah, no. We
And so
didn't,
you
yeah.
tear off like the top part of the cup and make a little, and then put a Kleenex in there, tissue in there, and make a little bed for your pet rock. And you'd like color it on the outside. And
I see.
yeah, so we completely
Mountain
obsessed.
kids are weird.
Well, you're right, because we made
Most Flatlanders didn't do that.
All right. Yeah, we also made friends with the giant wolf spider that was out in the playground.
Well, of course you did.
That happened in our
Yeah.
Of course you
backyard.
did.
That's how we got our cats.
Yeah. Well, the neighborhood cat,
Cat would live at our house.
Yeah, because
Still
they come
does.
over.
Mom still does that.
Yeah,
Oh
she still
my
feeds them.
gosh.
She still feeds them.
So there you go.
Yeah.
At least she has them spayed.
Yeah, she
So-
does take care
Yeah.
of it. We come from that. She's a farm kid. There you go.
So
Sorry, back to you, Chuck. Sorry.
yeah. So this next year, I had brought forth the idea of us trying to do Adventureland Day in March.
Mm-hmm.
It's still on the table. It's not been grabbed and said we're doing it. It's still on the table. So there's that. I also made a promise to a friend at Fan Expo
Mm-hmm.
that I would submit a costume to the 501st Stormtrooper Legion costuming group before the end of the year. I have blown that already. I will be submitting a costume, and I'm going to be joining the Rebel Legion portion, but I will be submitting an X-Wing pilot for that, and we will see what happens, because honestly, I think it would be just incredibly very cool for an X-Wing pilot with a real droid leg,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because my prosthesis lends
Mhm.
itself so well to costuming.
It does, and
So-
in that genre specifically. Yeah.
Exactly.
When we were talking about you losing your leg and people were asking me how you were going to react to it, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's going to have all sorts of things. He'll have a peg leg, and he'll have a running one, and he'll have a walking one, and he'll have stuff for his costuming. I'm like, he's going to love this new piece because it's going to be part of his lore. And I was like, there's
Yeah.
going to be no ish about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It'll be authentic.
Okay. There are days that I do
I'm not denying
know,
that.
I do miss.
I hear it. I am not disrespecting any
know,
of that. But
yeah.
what I do know is how you how you are and will embrace it
Oh yeah.
for all of your characters that you like to create for yourself.
Exactly.
So
It is so much a persona thing now.
Mhm.
It is. I create characters all around that prosthesis,
I was like,
Mhm.
and missing, and the stump on my left leg
Mhm.
is, I even got the T-shirt that says "Before you ask, it was a shark." Okay,
So I mean, all of it is like they're like, really, you'll be all right with it. I'm like, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
He'll be all right
and I
with
have
it.
been.
He'll
I have
be
been. Naturally comes with some frustration, but yeah. That's
Yeah.
so.
But overall, you're so much healthier now.
I am.
So
I am.
there's
So
that.
your costume will be around a droid leg.
Exactly. It'll be the X-Wing pilot suit, but my left leg, the lower part, is a droid leg. So that's my plan. I'm going to be joining the costuming group, the Rebel Legion. So cross my fingers that I get accepted. That will also open up a lot more doing, because I'll be doing a lot of the charity things with them.
So say they're very active.
They're very
Yeah.
philanthropical. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll be doing a lot of meeting and greeting, maybe going to the children's hospital, showing up there.
Yeah.
You'd have a good niche for that.
Oh yes, I
For
would,
sure.
because I go in with the kids that are
Mhm.
getting prosthetics.
Yeah, who are having
Exactly.
Having their amputation.
a lot
It's like,
earlier than you.
oh,
yeah.
hey, buddy, guess what you get to do now?
Yeah, that
That
would be a really cool niche.
I would love it.
Yeah, you would.
I would love
Mhm.
it. So anyway, that's in the future, not necessarily this next year, but we'll see what happens. For the channel, like I alluded to for the Todd-Cast, maybe doing a podcast live
Okay.
on location. I don't know where.
I was like, what,
Don't know
what are we
when.
thinking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no. We can't really do it up in the hills because
no,
signal.
well, Verizon has pretty good coverage. If we were to do
Yeah, but
Go
Depending
there.
where we are, we'd have to try that out first.
yeah, we'd have to. Oh yeah, but
There's signal
maybe,
and then there's signal. You know what I mean?
maybe going down to City Park and doing a live
Oh, yeah.
there, doing a live from the zoo, doing a
Mhm.
live from no, not the museum,
No,
not the museum.
nor the
museum.
aquarium.
I still haven't finished those two videos
You're
from
not
the
allowed.
museum.
I'm because I work there. You're not allowed to in the aquarium.
Well, that's right. But also,
But
No,
also,
not
there's no
doing-
signal.
I was going to say, because
Yeah.
of what it is.
Because that big
water-
Faraday cage.
You're
Well,
in a big
yeah.
Faraday
Yeah.
cage. Yeah.
Yeah, but down at the downtown aquarium, I wouldn't want to do it there.
Yeah.
And we can't.
I would
Well, there's
But
too
at the
much going
zoo,
on
I'd
there.
get in trouble.
There's too much going on. You
Yeah.
know? Now, naturally, I've done a video
Yeah.
of downtown aquarium. That was one of the more fun ones to edit. I learned a lot of transitions
Mhm.
doing
Mhm.
that video.
One of the first, actually.
Well,
Yeah.
that's going back to this year. I feel like your editing skills have skyrocketed in the last 12
Well,
months.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You've learned a lot. Yeah.
I've tried some of the goofy things that I've done. I mean, the one I'm most proud of right now is the opening holiday special.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm very proud of that one. So anyway, that's been a lot of fun. Yes, in the South Park
Mm-hmm.
intro,
Yeah.
or sort of South Park
That's what
intro.
say homage to South Park.
Yes,
Intro.
but yeah, I've had a lot of fun with the editing. I'm still learning. I'm nowhere near some of these other editors out there. that
Well,
are
and doing a
utterly
live-
fantastic.
Would be a whole different, because you got to edit in real time.
Well, there would be no
There
editing.
would be no editing.
I know,
We would
but
just let it
there's
go.
Yeah.
but there's some
Okay.
editing, right? Like you don't just have the camera on. You have to kind of understand where you are and make sure you're like, if we're just summarizing something, we're
There-
in kind of a quiet space, and all
See,
the
there
things.
it's planning. It's planning your location so
Yeah.
you can frame the shot.
Exactly.
So you don't have the errant child running through and getting in trouble with YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
So
there's that. What else? I don't know. I mean, I'm really, really excited to see what else is going to happen with both channels, both the
Mhm.
Todd-Cast and Chuck's New Adventure.
Mhm.
Just after yesterday, I got 2 subscribers.
hmm
One for YouTube, or one for the Chuck's New Adventure, and actually 2 subscribers on the Todd-Cast.
Yay, welcome. Thank you for
Yay.
watching.
Yes. So hi everybody.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard. Strap in. Here we go.
Well,
If you
okay.
haven't figured it out by now.
So if we're kind of wanting to have opportunities come our way, since that's our other ones, if there's something you'd like to hear our take on, put it in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give
Or
us
if there's
some
someone you
ideas.
want us to go.
Yeah.
hmm
You know, if you want us to go do something so that
we all live in Denver, and if you're curious about Denver things,
exactly.
close. We can do it. It
You
doesn't
know.
have to be a touristy
Denver,
thing.
Boulder, mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now
we'll
this
take
year
your suggestions.
I'm not going to be doing a video of the National Western Stock Show.
Yeah, it's
We've
okay.
already done that one.
Yeah,
Already
Mhm.
done that. So.
it is the tried and true, because it's pretty much the same every year, because everybody comes to sell their stock.
Right, and it's going to be
That's what
happening
they
here in
do.
a couple weeks.
It starts
And-
on Saturday,
Oh, this Saturday.
Yeah.
the 10th.
Yeah.
January 10th.
That's right.
And
As of
you
this
know-
recording.
Yeah.
maybe when they move to their new facility, that would warrant a new stock show. But that's not.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's a year or two out, I think.
Yeah,
You haven't done anything at CSU Spur yet,
not yet.
so that
Not
could
yet.
be an adventure.
That could be fun. That could be a lot of fun.
Or even just a day in Fort Collins would be fun.
Mm.
Well, the Spurs not in Fort Collins.
CSU Spur is at the National Western Complex,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
but a day in Fort Collins is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do Fort Collins. I could show you all the locations that were somewhat used for Main Street USA.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, you could.
and some of the layout that was used for Main Street
Yeah.
USA. So we could do that. Other than that, I've got nothing else.
It was a good year.
It's
It
been a
was.
very good year.
When we keep it in our lane and keep it to what is really important
Yeah.
with us in our lives and us progressing and being. I thought I had a good year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
me too.
Individually, privately, we've had a very good year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
I'm
that's-
actually hoping for better for everybody else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important. That's what's
You know.
important. And we grew and we all learned something. And I think that's also very important.
hmm We have suffered loss,
Yes.
Yeah.
naturally. We did lose a cousin this year.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
We lost a cousin this year. And, naturally, we're still mourning her a bit.
Mhm.
We lost YouTubers this year.
Mhm.
We lost. There's been a lot as life happens.
Mhm.
So does the end of life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's about all I've got. Thank you for coming along with us. Thank you for being here. Thank you
Mhm.
for giving us a following and
An inspiration to keep going.
yeah, and encouraging us to continue with the weirdness that we do because
Because we have fun with it.
I'm having a ball. I know that we can be a bit much sometimes, but I'm sorry.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
Oh, not that one.
Yes, that one. Yes, that one.
Okay.
Has to. Anyway, again, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for coming along. Don't forget to hit the like. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're just finding us, please hit the subscribe.
Please do.
Hit the scribe.
Hit the scribe.
subscribe.
Don't hit the scribe.
Don't hit the scribe.
Poor Phoenicians.
And the clip from
If you know, you know.
yeah, the clip from Spaceship Earth goes here.
At this point, each civilization has its own form of writing, which none of the others can understand. But the Phoenicians, who trade with people, have a solution. They create a simple common alphabet, adaptable to most languages.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Hit the subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, because when you get the notification bell, you never miss anything new that comes up. And we will see you guys for the first episode for season 2 on Spotify.
Okay.
You know, we'll see the first episode for season 2 on Spotify in 2 weeks.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Anyway, thank you very much, and we will see you sometime in the future in 2 weeks, if I can get there.